Hello and thanks for stopping by the Sister Cousins Lifestyle channel. My name is Sandy, and in today's video we are doing some decorating around the home, just some miscellaneous loose ends that I need to take care of. So if that's something that you think you'd be interested in, keep watching. All right, so I have shared that I have been in the midst of this makeover of my office. If you're not new here, you've seen me talk about this room many times now. But anyway, I'm now calling it my studio, but that's neither here nor there. But one of the things that I wanted was this chair. So I wanted an office chair, but I didn't want it to look like an office chair because it's not an office, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I've been on the hunt. I knew what I wanted it to look like. I wanted something modern, sleek, ergonomic, but not look like an office chair. And I found the perfect one. Loved it. But it was too pricey. So I went on the hunt for something more practical for me. While I was looking for a chair, I was using this chair here to work on my puzzles, and it was really starting to bother my back. So I found a similar chair to the one I showed earlier at Wayfair, and this was considerably cheaper than the one that I shared from Zuri, which has just been marked down to $400 and something. I thought this one looked really good. It was comfortable. The seat is really nice. It comes with this little floor bench thing. I mean, you know, a chair bench for your feet or whatever, but I thought it was perfect for the space. It really wasn't the color that I was going for, but hey, for the price and the functionality of it, it met all of the other boxes. So it's really comfortable. I mean, it really is. And I love that it has a nice big seat in it. So, you know, very comfortable to sit in and everything. So yeah, I'm looking forward to my next puzzle and sitting here at this table and kind of being able to adjust myself. Because when I tell you, I have really been damaging my back trying to sit here with that dining room table. But we got the chair. It did not break the bank, and I'm happy with it. So yeah, so let's go on to my next task. So in a previous video, I had shared that I had gotten a new cabinet for my loft area. Prior to putting that cabinet there, I had a smaller little table there. And that's what we would use like for water bottles or for snacks or whatever. Well, when that cabinet was moved, that left a little void here. So I needed a little side table here or something. Nothing too expensive, but I found this one at Ross and it was only $34.99. It was perfect for the spot. Perfect for, you know, your drinks or, you know, whatever snack items or whatever that you have. So I love that I was able to find this. It does have a marble top on it. And it just works perfectly for the space. I love Ross for little knickknacks like that. You don't have to break the bank for a little side table. So I'm glad I did. Now, I recently shared that I was looking for some new bookends to replace these two selenite ones that I have here on the cabinet. And I finally found some that I did pick up. So I'm going to show you what they look like. You're probably going to say, girl, that didn't even make that much of a difference. But it was just something that was on my mind. And I just couldn't shake the feeling that I wanted something different here. Those just did not. They just didn't do it for me. So I was at HomeGoods, actually HomeGoods when I was down in Jacksonville, Florida. And so I saw some bookends. They were a great price, $16.99. They are marble, and I love the way that they look here. I like the coloring of them. It more matches with the white that I have going on in the other shelves here. So I just like these so much better. And again, they were a great price, and they are solid marble. But I think it looks so good in there. So in this portion of the video, I'm just going to be talking out loud and kind of sharing some of the decorating tips that I have coming up for the fall, or some of the content that you will probably see over here on this channel coming up in the fall. So in a previous video, I shared that I had gotten a new sofa from Vesganti, and I'm loving it. However, the addition of this sofa has caused me to take a look around to see if everything that's, you know, artwork, curtains and all of that, if that still fits for the space, if that makes any sense. Sometimes when you change a piece of furniture, it changes the whole dynamic. Case in point, the artwork that I have up here, to me now it is much smaller in scale because the back of this sofa is lower than the other one. So I am looking for a larger piece of art to kind of take up the space on this wall here, because it just looks like a lot of blank space. So that's one thing that I will be doing. So when I had done the unboxing of my sofa, I had mentioned that I was placing my older sofa on Facebook Marketplace. Well, I did that and it sold. So I got some money out of that deal. Thank God. I'm so thankful. So thankful. But I'm going to take that money and I'm going to buy some more artwork to go here with this space. So that's what I'm going to do. You know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to keep things moving forward. If that's something that you enjoy now. Like I said, I'm very thankful. And if I don't get anything else, I'm good. But I just wanted to kind of mention that Facebook Marketplace is a great source for kind of recouping some of your funds, especially if you've like purchased decor items over the years that you're no longer using or whatever. Sell it, you know, or donate it, whichever. But yeah, that's what I did with that. Now, when I moved here, I had my curtain rods hung, but I didn't do them all the way up to the ceiling. So I've got a couple more inches in which I can raise those up, and I am going to do that just because that's just a look that I just enjoy. But in the meantime, these curtains are like uber long, and before they were kind of hidden because I had a chair there so you couldn't actually see the bottom of it. Well, now that's kind of magnified. So I will raise the curtain rod. I still think these are going to just be way too long, so I'll probably end up having to replace those, but we'll see what happens once we change the curtain rod. And I don't know if you can tell, but there is a little bow in the curtain rod there, so I will be changing that as well. Probably get another rod that's a little bit thicker because these curtains are very long and they're pretty heavy duty, so yeah, that'll happen in addition to the wall changing. Now, once we get the situation with the curtains taken care of, this is kind of some empty space here. And I'm thinking that I am going to move the ottoman down to this side and put a smaller scale chair there just to kind of take up that space, because I have found out already that I do need additional seating. So I will be doing that as well. In the meantime, though, I'm going to put these curtains back on this tie back that I put up. I'm actually going to be removing those tie backs too because I really never use it. But for now, it'll work because it can kind of take these curtains up off the floor like so. So we'll just do that for now. And so we've got this blank space, and I think what I'm going to do is just move a plant over there. So I've got the ZZ plant that just sits right on the other side of the wall there that I'm just going to move over here just to kind of fill in that space. And of course, that's going to leave a void spot over where the ZZ was. So I'm going to then go ahead and move my peace lily from its current location, which it's, you know, is kind of indifferent about, and see if maybe she likes being here better. So I'm just going to do a little shift around here and put the little peace lily over here. Everybody says how easy peace lilies are. Mine is very, she's difficult. She's drama. But anyway, we're going to see if she likes it there better. But this is what this little space is looking like for now, but definitely more to come as I get into my fall decorating. I will be doing some more transformation into this space. So if you're not currently subscribed, you definitely want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you love fall decorating as much as I do, because I will be coming with some ideas of how to decorate for the fall season without traditional fall decor, because I don't think I'm going to do much in the traditional line. If I do, it'll be something that I already have. The things that I'm going to be focusing on for the season are going to be, like I said, hardware, drapery, maybe a rug, chair, those types of things. But yeah, anyway, let's go on to my next task. Now, the yellow tag sale at TJ Maxx is starting really soon. I've seen reports as early as July 21st, and I've heard as late as August 1st. The bottom line is pretty soon, your local TJ Maxx will be adding those yellow tags on the clearance items, and you can get the clearance items much cheaper than they were previously. So if you live near TJ Maxx, keep your eye open for that. In the meantime, I went to TJ Maxx hoping that they had already started to kind of lower the tags, lower the prices and put those tags out, and that I might be able to snag something ahead of the sale. Wasn't the case. However, I did find this, and now this is something that I never purchased from the store. Normally I get my pillows always like pillow covers, and I get them off of Amazon because I get good deals on them, and then I use the covers and I just, you know, have some really good inserts. But the reason that this caught my eye was it was on clearance. It was $23. Hopefully that will focus. It was regularly only $24.99, so not a lot off, but this is a good pillow. This has feathers. It's feather filled. I always like to look for feather filled because those give you the best structure and they hold their shape really good. So yeah, I like feather inserts as long as you're not allergic. This is, however, a pillow cover, so that's good to know because I can just unzip this, use this insert in other pillows at different times of the year or whatever. So I think it was a pretty good investment piece myself. But I was thinking at the time that I bought it that it was going to match really well with this sofa. It's a lot more creamier, more gray. Even though the sofa is beige, it pulls more white. There's no real yellow in it or whatever, and this just doesn't do it. But again, this was a good deal on this pillow, so I think we're gonna keep her. And it's kind of like a suede. I don't know if you can really see that, but this is really a good pillow. The brand is Aphorism. So yeah, and it tells you here that they are feather filled. Child, when I don't have my glasses on, I literally cannot read anything. But yeah, that's what I got from TJ Maxx. When I was in Jacksonville, Florida recently, I went into this antique shop, and this was an item that I purchased. This is a magnifying glass, and it's got a travertine handle. And if you know me, you know I love some travertine. And although I said I wasn't buying any more travertine, I had to have this. And I like keeping a magnifying glass handy because I need it to see sometimes when especially when I'm reading small print. So I got it, and I'm just placing it right now on my coffee table on one of the books. Now I got some stuff here that I got to put up from HomeGoods that I picked up. Not decor necessarily, but just some essentials. So I got some of this Caladrea sea salt neroli linen and room spray. Love this. I used to get this from Grove Collaboratives a while ago, but they had it at HomeGoods and it was $7.99. It smells so good. Yeah, it smells good. I like this. They have some too that is like granite spray, but I didn't see it there. I know Grove does carry it, but nevertheless, that's what I got. I also needed some more hand soap, and I like this one. I love the way that it looks and everything. Nice little black, matte black. I just have a thing for packaging, but I thought this was nice. And this is Poppy Noir. It smells really good and clean, but I love that it's a plastic bottle. That's just so helpful. And this one was $4.99 for this. But nice little clean, sleek look to it. Love it. I got some avocado oil spray here. This was $4.99. I've been liking avocado oil lately. I used to be a strictly olive oil girl, but here of late I've been getting avocado oil. I got this one as well. This one was $9.99. A nice size bottle too. And if you don't know, avocado oil and olive oil has really gone up in price. So I didn't think this was too bad. It comes with a little spout and everything. So yeah, this is really good when I'm doing my hibachi out on the grill. I also picked up a new reed diffuser. Needed that. I like to keep these around like in the powder room and things like that. But this one is, the bottle was really nice. Love the way that looked. You know, I am all about the packaging. It was $9.99 for this one, and this one has amber in it, so I had to get it. But I love the way that the bottle looked, and of course the little reeds go down in there. Nice little look there. What else did I get? Oh, I got a candle. Oh, I don't break it. Lord have mercy. Okay, so this is cedarwood and vanilla. Really nice, 3-wick, $14.99, nice size. I don't remember how long it'll burn for, but it smells really, really nice. Can't wait to burn this one. I got some snacks. Now, I shouldn't have been over here in this section. I shouldn't have, but I have been really loving the Dubai chocolate. It's got me in a chokehold. So I got these. And these are, they say they're only 20% pistachio, so I'm not sure what they're going to taste like, but it's milk chocolate. Now, I don't like dark chocolate. I know it's better for you. I know all of that, but I don't like it. So whenever I see milk chocolate and pistachio, I'm here for it. And on this day, they had 2. So these are chocolate covered pistachios. These are delicious. These were also $9.99. I'm going to be splitting these with my mom. She loves these too. So this is random. I picked this up from Aldi, and it's got the space for your iPhone, for your Apple Watch, and for your AirPods. It was $19.99, and you just kind of lay it on there, so I love that. So you could just set your AirPods on here like so. You set your phone on here like so. I've got my watch on, but that would go right there. Love this. And it actually charges. So you see it lighting up there. This phone is completely dead, so it's going to take a minute, but it will charge it. I need to get it charged up, so we'll do that. Now, this is one of those places in my home that I don't share, and there's a reason for it. It's a hot mess, and that's this coat closet that's right here. So I'm going to take you in there and I'm going to show you something that I've done in this space just because it might help somebody. It's nothing major, but it may help somebody because I needed help on this. So let me show you. I don't have a mud room and I have a very, very small entryway. It's almost non-existent. So this is the drop zone, literally. So the idea here was for jackets and coats and everything, of course, to go in there. But I had this basket here for shoes, and my idea was for your outdoor shoes to go in here, get your house shoes out of the basket, and this is how I would store it. Well, that is no longer working. The shoes were getting buried down in there. You couldn't find your shoes. So what ended up happening is that we just started coming home, taking off our outdoor shoes, leaving our house shoes at the door so that we can just switch them out. And so outdoor shoes were becoming like just right here in the entryway, just a real eyesore. So I was looking for a solution for, what to do, because just lining the shoes up in the closet, that wasn't working because I've got other things in there. I've got limited storage space, so that wasn't going to work. So I needed something to try to store these shoes in a practical way that we would use every time we come in the house. So, when you mention that you're looking for something, you start to get all types of ads. So I saw this ad for Pottery Barn for this shoe ladder that was $100. I love the concept, but nobody was paying $100 for that. And this is not sponsored. I bought this with my own money, but I found a dupe for that because I love the concept of it, to use some of the vertical space and to put the shoes here. And so I picked up one from Amazon for $19.99. That was more in my price range, and it works out just fine. But before I show it to you, I also went to Ross the other day. Shouldn't have been in there, but I was in there and I saw these lanterns. They had a ton of them. They had them in both the gold and the black, but I picked these up. I really, really like these. They don't have any glass in them. I like that about them. I also like that they were metal because this means that they will be durable for outside, and you could spray paint them each year to refresh them. So more to come on how I'll style those. But here is the shoe rack. It's all put together, and I'm ready to go ahead and put this in this closet now and straighten up this mess. I saw so many shoes in there that needed to be discarded. They had just been forgotten about down in that basket. So we're just going to put the little people's house shoes in here so they'll know exactly where they are when they come. I'll put my sneakers in here and we are good to go. I love the way that it looks. Now let's just see if we keep it organized. Well, I hope you have enjoyed spending the day with me, just kind of getting some things done around the home. I know we were kind of all over the place, but sometimes it just be like that. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. Let me know you like content like that. And like I said before, if you're not subscribed, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave today. And to all my returning family members, thank you so, so much for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope to see you all over here on my next one. Bye-bye.